Hello guys, this is Sobridge, International School of Business, Korea. Welcome to listen to our presentation. Today, let's talk about one of the most famous luxury brands, Gucci. Let's first have a short introduction of our presentation. We divided our topic to four parts, which are Gucci Enterprises history. Gucci successfully set up in Italy. Gucci had globally succeed. Finally, Gucci coming to emerging Asian countries. Gucci history. In 1898, young Guccio Gucci, who is founder of Gucci Company, left Florence in Italy to travel to Paris and London. So in 1905, he returned to Italy and started selling saddles and saddlebags and was quickly successful. Like many other high fashion companies, Gucci began as a small family-owned salary and leather goods stores in the family native Florence in 1921, and was quickly built a reputation for quality, hiring the best craftsmen he could find to work for his atelier. In 1932, Gucci created the loafer shoe with a gilded snaffle. These are the only shoes to have found a place in New York's Museum of Modern Art, and later on Gucci brought out many amazing designs which are all super famous around the world. I think everybody has felt the effects of the economic crisis that exploded in 2008, and most have been seeing unemployment rise heavily, so that Gucci changed its management strategy. DeMarco said in an interview, "I won't let with 7,000 direct employees and 12,000 Gucci contractor staff layoffs." Mark Lee refused to renew with Gucci, which has cooperated with him for 12 years, and gave away to DeMarco at the end of last year. Mark is the CEO who was born in the United States and helping Gucci brand sales increase of 46% from 2004 to 2007, and has not explained for the recognition. Gucci and Bottega belongs to 8 brand of PPR from the French billionaire Pinot family. Under the leadership of DeMarco and chief designer Thomas Meyer, Bottega received highly praises. Sales rose 69% in 2006. Before Mark gave away in 2007, it increased 49%. High price is the recession defects of Bottega. Last month, there has an announcement from PBR said that Bottega drops in sales of 2.3% at the first quarter, and at the same time, it got a big benefit from Hysteria and Babosca handbags designed by Gianni. Gucci's operating income grew by 11%. This handbag price determined by the different leathers. The price between 1,600 and 2,500 US dollar. Patrizio transformation and balance Gucci products to increase a middle-class consumer is that exactly what he needs to do. Armando Branchini said that DeMarco and Gianni should speed up the pace so that consumers of Gucci will change all desires in each season changes. Against the impact of gas and protection, the value of Gucci brand is part of the focus of DeMarco. Last month, company has assured the United States brand the wishing to destroy Gucci JJ logo and green-red striped logo. For the Gucci brand is greater than the life of the product. DeMarco said, "We had to play its role. Logo is the DNA of the brand." The strength of fashion label Gucci is in established strong brand image, international presence, and to some extent, the ability to control its distribution channels. Gucci has a higher profitable and recognition in China than many of its competitors, primarily achieved through its heavy investment in China. The company has expanded aggressively into the second and the third tier cities, which have population ranging from 2 to 8 million people. China has over 270 cities with populations over 1 million people. They are classified by a 5-tier system based on the size, purchasing habits, attitudes. There are 30 tiers 2 cities and tier 3 cities span about 150 country capitals. Gucci is extraordinarily quick to capitalize on opportunities in China and has a successful growth strategy. The number of directly operated Gucci stores has grown to 39 stores in 2011 from 4 in 1997. Gucci CEO DeMarco plans to grow up to 40 or more in the future years. According to Mr. Pinault, CEO of PPR, which owns Gucci, a store in a second-tier city can become profitable in 2 years. Gucci already been one of the most famous luxury brands in the world, and it had globally succeed. So how can Gucci successfully come into China? We think there are 4 strategies: strong local management and effective pricing strategy, then smart location selections, and the last one, target merchandising strategy. Unique among international luxury brands in China, Gucci uses a 100% Chinese workforce. Gucci's Asia CEO Minnie Tang considered the challenge of overcoming China's traditionally community-style customer service attitude to be more challenging than private goods in China. She said Gucci's commitment is to offer the total experience to the mainland customer, to pamper them, so we want our service to be good, she explained. Finding staff is quite difficult, especially in new cities. They all like that luxury brand's experience. In Wuhan, we had over 1,000 candidates from advertising in newspapers. We choose based on attitude, so that they can take care of customers from the heart. Training is not about length, but effectiveness. And then we have ongoing workshops for all level of staff. She believes the problem with hiring expatriate staff is that people don't stay long enough, and this lack of continuity coupled with the complexity of a large operation hurt business in the long run. Unlike most brands that passed on China's 30% import and luxury taxes and higher operating costs to customers, said DeMarco Gucci's China price are only 2 to 13% higher than global standards. Our customer is not price consumers, but we want to be fair to our customers, said DeMarco. Brands have 2 choices. Either the customer pays or not. We therefore have lower profitability, but versus something that is absurd. If there are 1 million Chinese traveling the world, they will feel annoyed if they feel taken advantage of. Gucci is not averse to expanding beyond China's top cities. Currently in 26 cities, DeMarco believes that differences in China's cities are smaller than expected. It points out that the store they opened in Wuhan in May 2009, which is considered a third-tier city, but the population is huge. He said with a 450 square meter store, in the first 3 days, we did sell of 240,000 euros. 2 things are very impressive. One is how well Gucci brand is known in a market that is still developing. 2 is how present the luxury customer in a city like Wuhan. The night before the opening it had a long line outside. He added, newer and more obscure cities offer additional growth potential. What is expecting is that research shows that with migration into the cities, In 3 to 5 years, China will have an entirely new city forming. Population is a factor to consider, as well as the widespread knowledge of luxury, and that is growing. The merchandising of each store is highly tailored and tailored to the local customers. Gucci has introduced more entry-level priced goods in selected stores, especially in smaller cities. The company also targets the younger men, a key customer group, who are more likely to buy luxury products to display their wealth. Time flies, Gucci had been one of the most famous luxury brands in the world and it had globally succeeded. Now let's say the case of Mongolia. Mongolia is one of the developing countries in Asia. Population is around 2.6 million, July 2011. Mongolia's economy is centered on agriculture and mining. After the breakdown of communist regimes in Eastern Europe in late 1989, Mongolia saw its own democratic revolution in early 1990, which led from centrally owned economic to a market economy. In the last 3 years, many branches opened in Mongolia, such as LV, Giorgio Harmony, Hugo Boss, Tommy Hilfiger, and Burberry, Montblanc. Following mining development, many people getting richer. More people are hired and generally Mongolia's life is improving day by day. Not only by mines, but also educations. Private business. After 1990s, many Mongolians began to go abroad for their education or improve their lives. This kind of flow to abroad is still increasing, but nowadays many of those people are coming back with money, education, and experience in Mongolia and trying to develop their home country. Difference between rich people and poor people is higher in Mongolia, and this is one of the problems of Mongolia. 1 of 3 people lives poorly. There are many rich people who earn by corruption, authority, and direct business. Poor is so poor, rich people are so rich, that rich people like to spend their money for brand, because brand means it is expression of reputation for them. Most of Mongolians are young age. They really like brands. Some rich youngs complete with her brands that she wears or uses, but rest of them who don't have enough money buy half original or fake products. But if they have enough money to buy real Gucci, they will do. Some of them who won't have enough money, if they really love that bag or something, they are willing to buy it by borrowing money from someone. Problems will be solved by opening Gucci in Mongolia. Some retailers, Botica, offer real Gucci for customers, but it is not enough. They buy half original or fake Gucci or have to go to Beijing or somewhere else. Some who have good eyes can find Gucci from retailers, boutiques, and online shopping. So opening Gucci store in Mongolia, these problems can be solved. Gucci's brand will open in Mongolia, product safety problem might be occurred, but there is no limitation and efficient adjustment around the world for this problem. Even though there are many fake products, this brand can work profitably all over the world. If those brand stores couldn't earn profit, they could already been closed. So it is clear that this brand can work profitably in Mongolia. Few years ago, Mongolia was considered as poor country. So we used to know Gucci brand name by cheap products. Now as Mongolia is developing country, Mongolians customers want more than fake, cheap, and unified Gucci. We hope that globalization can bring Gucci into Mongolian. Thanks very much for listening. Gucci succeed by properly management strategies. We wish Gucci could be more successful in the future and can bring us more wonderful products. This is Soulbridge, International School of Business, Korea. Thanks.